Hi, I'm Eric Schumacher Rasmussen. I'm the VP and editor of streaming media here at the Northern Waves Conference in Oslo. And we're spending some time with all of our speakers to get their insights into the future of TV. And I'm speaking with Sanna Nilsson, who's the product lead of SF Anytime and SF Kids. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what SF Anytime and SF Kids are.
So SF Anytime is a TVOD and EST OTT service. So you either rent or buy movies and TV shows. And SF Kids is an SVOD, so it's basically your Netflix for kids.
Okay. We're talking about the future of television. Where do you see TV headed? What do you think it's going to look like in, say, 3 years?
So I'm always interested in the user's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So looking from a user's point of view, I think television will shift to it being a little bit more pick and choose. Because right now there's so many different services out there, so many different ways that you can access content. And so why, as a user, should you pay for everything if you don't see it all?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we will see some interesting mixes and collaborations for sure in the coming few years.
Okay. And one of the other themes of the conference is cooperation and competition among broadcasters, pay TV operators, and streaming services. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think we're going to see more cooperation coming?
Well, I think we have to cooperate a little bit more, especially as a Nordic provider, because on the other side, we have all these big giants that are entering the market, right? So in order to survive, I think that we need to cooperate. And at SF Studios, both with SF Kids and SF Anytime, we rely a lot on partnership deals. So in order to kind of access our brands into people that doesn't know about us, we partner up with different local actors throughout the Nordic countries. So for us, partnership has been instrumental for us to get out our brand. And I think that's a little bit our upper hand against the big American corporations because we have a local awareness. We're also seeing an increase in local content. So I think that being a local provider here is something we should be proud of and something that we should really capitalize on. And I think that together with other partners, I think we can do even more stuff together.
Okay, so instead of trying to look at Netflix and saying, how can we beat Netflix at their own game, it sounds like what you're saying is play your game, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we will never be able to compete with Netflix or Apple or Disney. It's completely different infrastructures, it's completely different budgets. So I think that we kind of need to see what do we have that they don't. And we have a local awareness and presence, and I think that that's what we should capitalize on.
One of the things you mentioned in the description of the talk you're going to give here later today is the role that psychology plays in what you do and how you approach the service and programming and all aspects of it. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So psychology for me is really about thinking about the user needs. Content didn't start with technology or a few companies. It started out with some users that wanted to see content. So it's all about behavior, really. And that's what really interests me. Like what can we learn from psychology and science in order to understand what really drives the humans into watching content, and how can we use that information to become better products and services?
All right. Well, thank you so much for your insights.
Thank you.